Hi everyone! So today's video is going to be a mommy topic vlog. Don't freak out by the name of the title of this video. Nothing serious is going on, but I'm pretty sure, as a lot of you guys are aware, back in March I had a Milchstau, or a clogged milk duct as you would say in English. So yeah, back middle of March I found a lump in my boob one night, and it totally panicked me to the core. Like that whole night I was like feeling it, trying to drain it. I didn't sleep at all that whole night. The next day I went to the gynecologist, and the gynecologist said that she thought it was milk retention in the breast as well. She said just try really hard to get it out. I tried like all weekend to get it out. It wouldn't budge. So that Monday I went for an ultrasound just to see if it was anything more serious or just have a better look at it. And the ultrasound tech told me that, yeah, it was a Milchstau. However, in German, apparently, Milchstau means more than just clogged milk duct. When I heard her say Milchstau, I was like, it's not possible that this thing is a Milchstau because it won't come out and it doesn't hurt, it's not getting infected, blah, 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 blah. So I go home, I keep trying to get it out, and as you guys probably remember, at the end of that vlog, I end up telling you that it came out one night. It actually did not. I thought it did because the lump does grow and then it gets smaller and it grows and it gets smaller, just kind of depending on how much milk is in my breast at the time. And at that moment, it seemed really, really small, and I felt like I couldn't find it anymore, so I just said, okay, it's gone. Plus, I didn't want to make anybody nervous about anything until I had more information. So basically, my ultrasound technician and my doctor said to just come back when we're done breastfeeding, and we'll see if the lump is still there, if there's been any changes in the lump, and we'll do a mammogram or something like that. As you guys know, I'm still breastfeeding and do plan on doing so for a long time, and my gynecologist is very much so aware of that. I decided to go ahead and go back after our Sardinia holiday just to have everything checked, and you know, though my gynecologist had said many times, she said it doesn't feel like anything dangerous, because believe it or not, like I didn't know this until this experience, but having a breast lump does not mean you have cancer. Like growing up, I automatically thought if you find a lump in your breast, that means you have cancer sort of right away. That's just kind of what you're taught, just based on, you know, what you hear about breast cancer awareness and all that stuff. Like, of course, it's really important to like feel your boobs and make sure and go get every lump that you do find checked out. But actually, breast lumps happen all the time. You actually can even get a lump around your period that might go away. Boobs are a very interchangeable thing, and especially if you're lactating or pregnant, you are likely to experience benign breast lumps. It was definitely an eye-opening experience, just this whole thing, because I really didn't know that you could have lumpy boobs without cancer. So that's something I definitely want to talk about in this video, is if you are somebody who was like me and didn't know that all breast lumps didn't equal cancer, there you go. They don't. And as a matter of fact, most breast lumps, especially if you are under the age of 40, are not cancer. But you can get breast cancer at any age, so it's very important to get any lump that you do find checked out by a professional regardless, especially if it lasts for more than 4 weeks. Even though my gynecologist told me that she did not think that my lump felt like anything dangerous, it didn't have any feeling or characteristics of any kind of cancer or anything like that. She said it's most likely a Gelactocele, which is a milk cyst. It could be a fiber. It also could be just a regular cyst filled with fluid. And Gelactocele, the one that I do have, which I found out just a couple days ago, was definitely best case scenario, I felt like, because there are some studies that do show that some women who have fibrocystic changes in the breast, so the women who do get breast fibers in youth, are maybe more likely to get breast cancer later. It's not like the case for everybody. So that did worry me a little bit, so I was definitely hoping that it was a milk cyst above all else. Just having sort of this window where it's like it could be something horrible, it just kind of molested my mind for about 6 months. And it would come and go in waves. Like I would go through times like, my gynecologist is not worried about it. I shouldn't be worrying about it. But like, especially when I would be having like a bad day, I would like find myself feeling the lump a lot and I would panic and I was under a lot of stress for those 6 months, just kind of waiting it out to see what was gonna happen. So I decided to go back a lot earlier than they recommended that I come back, just because I needed peace of mind and I needed to get some sort of confirmation that they really think that it's nothing serious. I go back to my gynecologist first, she fills it up, and she says that it still does not worry her in the slightest, and she said that for peace of mind, I can go get another ultrasound and the doctor can have a look at it again. My gynecologist did say that it felt a little bit bigger, but we both knew that it like grows and it shrinks in size. The next day when I go get my ultrasound, I'm still just a nervous wreck. Like I'm a really anxiety prone person, so this whole situation was just scary to me. I felt like I was gonna puke in the waiting room, even so there were other people in there who were older than me getting mammograms who seemed to be a lot more chill, and like I even talked to some of the people about the situation in the office because I was just so nervous, and everybody was like, just relax, you know, it's a good thing that you're, you know, on top of it and everything. So I get into the ultrasound room and I see on my file on the computer that it says Gelactocele on it, and at the time I didn't know that there was a diagnosis for what I had already. Like I thought we had to figure it out that day, basically. And when I saw that on the computer, I automatically just kind of relaxed. I was like, okay, it's the milk cyst. What, baby? iPad's broken. So yeah, I automatically relax quite a bit more, and I'm like, okay, so it looks like it's probably the milk cyst thing, which I'll explain what that is in a second, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys don't know what that is. The doctor comes in, or the ultrasound technician as well. She's the doctor, basically. She's like the head doctor of radiology and stuff like that. And I was kind of lucky that I had a doctor or a gynecologist who didn't really have skills anymore with ultrasound of the breast. I kind of liked that. She sent me to get a second opinion as well. I really liked how that all worked out, because a lot of gynecologists will just do it on their own. She goes looking for it. She feels both boobs. Again, I've been examined many times. So yeah, she like feels it around and she like asks me all these questions again that I had already asked before, like, does breast cancer run in my family, which it doesn't. And she was like, yeah, it's the milk cyst, and she like showed it to me on the ultrasound and she said it's Gelactocele, and she didn't really think that I even need to come back. She said if you still feel like you need some reassurance, feel free to come back if you want to. She's like, we don't need to do anything further from here. She's like, the lump is small today. Since it's changing in size, we know that it's not dangerous. So yay, we have my answer. So what I have in my boob is called Gelactocele, and it is a milk-filled cyst. She also thinks I have a milk duct that is larger than the others, like it's like an enlarged one. And basically how a milk cyst is different from a clogged milk duct is there's like a block that keeps the milk that's inside in there. For the most part, it doesn't drain completely. Sometimes they stay the same size, but sometimes there is a little outlet for it to come out. But usually bacteria can't really get in there and it can't cause an infection. So that's why they're just best to be left alone. You can get them drained if they get really big and painful, because some women, if you look up on forums and stuff, they will have really big painful ones. You can get them drained, but until breastfeeding's over, they may just refill again. So there's not really any point. And sometimes you can irritate them if you touch them too much. Like they'll grow if you touch them a lot. They'll grow if you do drain them with a needle. That is my scary but benign breast lump story that I have for you guys. I really hope that this helps somebody out there, especially if you are breastfeeding and you find a lump that just doesn't go away. Definitely go get any lump that you do find, regardless of if you're breastfeeding or not, checked out, you know, as soon as possible. Some people wait like a couple weeks. It's okay to do that because sometimes it might just be because of your menstrual cycle. So I would say if you have a lump that's there that's longer than than 4 weeks, definitely go get it checked out. And try not to read too much into forums and stuff like that because it'll just freak you out. So just go to your doctor to get help. I really, really recommend that. So I'm really happy to have that all over with and done. I feel so much better that I decided to go back and just get another confirmation before the breastfeeding time's over. It's likely going to go away after I'm done breastfeeding. It could take a couple months until the milk dries up, and then it'll go away. So that was my story. I really hope that it helps somebody out there. And it is October, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I did want to address that as well. This whole experience was just really terrifying, and it really opened my eyes to families who are suffering from this disease, from breast cancer. I really, really am so sorry. It's just the most stressful thing. My doctors never had any worry that I had breast cancer, but like being an anxiety-prone person, I automatically panicked about the maybe, you know? So it was a very stressful experience for me. So yeah, I'm gonna go and I will talk to you guys very soon.